share some examples of the gamifications and the cities that use gamifications inside to improve lives?
Yeah, there are a lot of examples, but I think that I will mention my few favorites. So maybe I will start with...
Your classifications?
Yeah, maybe I will start with...
Top 5?
Yeah, piano stores in Stockholm. So imagine typical stores around the subway, and imagine that there was 66% increase in number of people who chose typical stores instead of a moving one, because of the fact that each stores made a noise similar to a piano key and actually looked like a piano key. And it was and the main goal was to make the people healthier and to connect traveling by public transportation with basically fun.
They were playing and
they are playing, they're doing some physical activity,
yeah,
and still they were traveling using Stockholm's subway. And another example is Ballot Bean from Edinburgh. So do you like this view of cigarette butts laying all over the city?
I don't think so.
Yeah, me either. So imagine that in Edinburgh there was a project connected with a special bin. So you've got a bin with 2 boxes where you can put your cigarette butt, and also a question like Batman versus Superman, Brexit, yes or no, Ross or Rachel. And you can vote for one option by putting cigarette butt in a special box.
Right.
And on one side we have clean city, but on the other side we can also gather some feedback from inhabitants.
Yeah.
So you can ask a question about whether you would like to have here in this area a playground.
Don't you think that in this way maybe some people that do not smoke will start smoke just only to participate in this kind of games and street survey?
Yeah, it's possible, but still you do some beneficial for the city, because you can take a vote and say whether you would like to have playground or city workouts.
Yeah.
But probably if you are smoking, I don't think that you will choose the option with city workout. And another example is connected with some objects that you can find in the city, like this bus stop or a mailbox. And imagine that there was a project connected with Bristol and with all objects that you can find in that city. So imagine that you can go to the platform and say hello to that mailbox by putting only its number, and you can have a conversation with this object. So, for example, I am putting a number of this red mailbox and saying hello, how are you today? And I receive answer that oh my God, does this red color make me look fat, or something like this. So in some way it can make you smile, and it can enlighten your day. But on the other side, the inhabitants can also share information about so emotional stories connected with this particular object. So you can learn the whole city. You can meet another layer of Bristol connected with this emotional value of its inhabitants and all visitors in that city. Another example is smart dancing traffic lights. So can you see this crossroad?
Yeah.
And probably you at once had to wait there for a few minutes on the red light.
Yeah,
and most people just hate waiting for on the red light.
Street, even if it's red.
Yeah, exactly. And Smart had a project called Smart Dancing Traffic Lights in Lisbon, in Portugal, and it was about having fun during waiting on the red light. So imagine that there was a special box where you can go there, have fun and dance to the music, but on the other side your moves were mapped into moves of this red man on the red light. So imagine that you are standing on that crossroad and see red man dancing with some fancy moves. Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah, and actually
because you're not crossing the light.
yeah, and actually it was 81% increase in number of people who just stay on the crossroad and wait, just watching this red man instead of going through the crossroads.
That's high number.
Yeah, and maybe one more example, Pugon's smart recycling boxes.
Yeah.
Imagine that in Istanbul
Right
you can...
now environment is really important,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, it's both connected with environment and also with helping homeless animals. And in this case, we are talking about a special vending machine placed in Istanbul. So on one side you can recycle a bottle, but on the other side, for any bottle recycled, you can feed stray dogs with a food. So it was a really nice idea, combining actually two different perspectives of the city. And just to sum up, I think and just to sum up, I think that there are really huge number of nice examples of how gamification may work in the city, but I think most of them are temporary actions. But I think more and more cities are aware of long-term benefits of gamification. And currently, we as Comarch and So Interactive are working on a joint of Internet of Things and gamification for one of the biggest cities in Italy. And we also have some discussions with other countries. So I think that next time I will be probably able to give you more information about our projects and about long-term gamification in the city area.